Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, second and third graders. Wherever you're watching, whenever you're watching, welcome to a brand new week. Today, we are not going to read a chapter from our Dragon in the Sock Drawer. We will tomorrow and probably the next couple days, but I want to set our week off a little bit like we did last week when we talked about our close reading. Now, if you can think back, we talked about close reading. That was us practicing reading slower, taking our material in so that we could remember stuff a little bit better. Now, this week, we have our second key for reading. I don't have my big key in front of us like I did last week. I'm coming at you from my house instead of school. But our second key, after the first one being close reading, is predicting. And I decided to do predicting this week for a couple of reasons. The first reason, we've been doing it all year and we did it a couple times last week with this book, Dragon in the Sock Drawer, if you can't see from a while away. We predicted last week a couple things. We ended one chapter and they were trying to cut the Thunder Egg open and it shot out the window and broke. And we thought, what might happen next? We also predicted last week, on Friday in fact, about the kids were trying to find something to feed Emmy, the baby dragon. And if you can remember, nothing they fed her worked, did it? Everything they fed her, she spit out and onto Jesse's face. And we made some predictions on what Emmy might actually like, because nothing that the kids fed her worked. And you guys had some really good stuff, and a lot of it was the same because a lot of it probably made sense. You guys thought from your background knowledge, based upon dragons and lizards and things like that, that some meat would probably be good. I heard some venison from deer. I heard some fish, some other meat that they might eat. All of which would make sense given the fact that we could think of a dragon. And I heard some of you other guys say something about the way that dragons breathe fire and they might need to heat some things. All those were good predictions based on what we know about dragons. Now, we don't know what Emmy likes yet because they haven't really given us any clues. And to make a good, solid prediction, we need to have some real clues about some stuff. And we don't really have that yet because we don't know what Emmy likes. We just know what she doesn't like. So I'm going to read back to here a couple pages before where we stopped, where the kids were trying to feed Emmy some stuff. Now, if you remember, they started with something they called it rice cereal. And they called it kind of the mush, which to me, now I don't know, maybe you guys have had rice cereal before. I don't know that I ever had, but to me it sounds like it's kind of like oatmeal. Like the oaty rice that they gets put in, then you put it in the microwave, and if you've ever had oatmeal, it's kind of a mushy consistency. I think that's the first thing that they tried, with some oatmeal type stuff. And we all know Emmy did what? Spit it right in Jesse's face. All over. Then here are the next things they tried. They opened up the refrigerator, and then they tried some rice and beans. After that, they tried marshmallow fluff. And then they tried, or they were going to try, mayonnaise. Jesse wasn't into that, probably because he didn't want mayonnaise all over his face. So those are just a few things that they tried. They also tried a little bit of salami and bologna and some pickles. So everything that they tried, I'm going to give you just a little bit to think, and if you need to pause the video, you can do that too. What did maybe all of those things or most of those things have in common? I'm going to tell you what I think here in just a little bit. I'm going to give you a few seconds on here to think. If you need more than that, again, pause that video so that you can think to yourself and then start playing again when you're ready. All right, if you've had time to think, kind of what I'm thinking about is I'm thinking the oatmeal stuff, the marshmallow fluff, the mayonnaise, the beans and rice, and then even a little bit the bologna and the pickles. All that stuff is very soft. So my prediction of what the kids were thinking is that the dragon wanted something very, very soft. All those things are very, very soft. And my prediction of why they thought that, just based on what I've read so far and what they decided to choose from the refrigerator, was the kids maybe thought that Emmy's a baby, and if we know things about babies, that they like soft things. Baby food always comes in a can. It's always kind of mushy and soft, like some of that oatmeal and some of that marshmallow stuff, all very, very soft things. So that's a prediction that we could make based upon what we've read. And that's what we have to do to be good predictors, is we have to take the things that we've already read and base our prediction off that. Now, I could say the kids just wanted to try their favorite foods, but I don't know that. I don't know what Jesse's favorite foods are. I don't know what Daisy's favorite foods are. Maybe they like those things, maybe they don't. But I could make the prediction that they liked marshmallow fluff and pickles and bologna, but I don't know that from the 3 chapters that I've read. But I do know that all those things are soft. I don't know if that's their choice yet, but that could be a prediction because I have a little bit of evidence. And predictions focus on that. They focus on the what that happens in the story. So that's going to be important. So no assignment for this today, guys, but we are going to be making more predictions as we read some chapters later this week. I might also give you something to work on one of your reading apps that works on some predictions, either in maybe eSpark or Dreamscape. I'm going to go work on that now. So keep that in mind. You have to have a little evidence to make a prediction, and it focuses on what you've already read in a story to make a good prediction. All right, guys, thanks for listening. Good luck with the rest of your work today.